podcast listeners, and welcome to Rainbow Hollywood. I'm Caleb Law, and I would like to dig into some latest news of movies, TV, and celebrities. So let's get on with this episode on Rainbow Hollywood. Number 1. From People. The Tesla Cybertruck that exploded outside of the Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas. The Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas on January 1st. It was packed with fireworks and gas canisters, the police have said. One person died and 7 people suffered from injuries but are now all stable. The vehicle exploded outside of the hotel around 8:40 a.m. local time on New Year's Day. Authorities said in a press conference shared on Facebook. Las Vegas police showed a video of the Cybertruck exploding, with what appeared to be fireworks going off. Showing another clip, the officer explained that authorities had covered the vehicles in tarp to keep and the officer explained that authorities had covered the vehicles in a tarp to try to get the fire to go out. Try and get the fire to go out before they removed it to show the evidence in the back of the vehicle. McMahill said they found gasoline canisters, camp fuel canisters, and large firework mortars, and a screen panned to the evidence. The face that this was a Cybertruck really limited the damage that occurred the inside of the valet, McMahill told reporters, commenting on the face of the exterior of the truck appeared to be intact, as it had of the blast go up through the truck and out. Sorry about the sniffles. The sheriff also pointed out that the front glass doors of the hotel hadn't been broken by the blast despite the truck being parked right outside. During the conference, McMahill confirmed the truck had been rented in Colorado via the Turo app and that officers had been able to trace through the Tesla charging stations. He also said that the vehicle had been driven up and down Las Vegas Boulevard before the hotel explosion arriving in the city around 7:30 a.m. When questioned about possible links to the New Orleans attack on New Year's Day that killed at least 15 people, the sheriff said they were absolutely investigating connectivity to what happened in New Orleans, as well as other attacks that have been occurring around the world. We're not ruling anything out, he added. Acting special agent in charge for the FBI in Las Vegas, Jeremy Schwartz, said during the conference, Our number one goal is to ensure that we have the proper identification of the subject involved in this incident. Excuse me. Following that, our second objective is to determine whether this was an act of terrorism or not, Schwartz continued, adding that authorities believe it's an isolated incident. Totally get that. When questioned about potential political connection regarding the explosion, McMahill said it's a Tesla truck and we know that Elon Musk is working with President Trump and it's the Trump Tower. So there's obviously things to be concerned about and it's something we continue to look at, the sheriff said. McMahill mentioned that Tesla CEO Musk has been cooperating with authorities, and Musk has also been commenting on the incident on his social media platform, X, which is formerly known as Twitter. After saying, "We've never seen anything like this," and that his team were investigating the matter, Musk added. "We have now confirmed that the explosion was caused by the very large fireworks or bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck and is unrelated to the vehicle itself. All vehicle telemetry, um, I mean, all vehicle telemetry was positive at the time of the explosion," he added on X. While delivering a speech regarding a New Orleans attack on Wednesday, January 1st, President Joe Biden also commented on the possible links between the two incidents. "Thus far, there is nothing to report at this time," he said. The Las Vegas Police Department did not immediately respond when contacted by people for additional information. Number 2. From E! News. John Travolta will always be devoted to capturing sweet moments with his family. After all, the Grease star shared a loving photo on Instagram with he and his late wife Kelly Preston's younger children Ella Blue Travolta and Ben Travolta to ring in the new year. John, donning a black coat and tan winter gloves, posed with Ella, who opted for a maroon hoodie and matching scarf with her black jacket. Despite the trip standing in front of the snowy backdrop adorned with adorned with trees, Benjamin was beaming in a navy blue t-shirt. The Pulp Fiction actor captioned a January 1st memory, "Happy New Year from the Travolta family." While John, who shared 16-year-old Jet, who died in 2009, with Kelly, previously described fatherhood as a privilege. The feeling is mutual for Ella. In Face, the Little Bird singer recently gushed over her dad's iconic filmography. As for her favorite, From Paris with Love. "That was my favorite movie when I was like 8 or 9-ish," she exclusively told E! That was my favorite movie when I was 8 or 9. When I was like 8 or 9, she exclusively told E! News last April. "I loved that movie. I still love that movie. I recently binge-watched all of his movies just again as well," she added, which was really cool and really fun to just watch everything in the new period of time. Although music seems to be Ella's calling. She did share a silver screen with her dad once again in her 2019 for their film. In 2019 for their film The Poison Rose. And it wasn't the easiest workday within a duo, who previously co-starred in 2009's Old Dogs. Number 3. From The Hollywood Reporter. The creator of British's beloved children television series, Britt Allcroft, had died on December 27, 2024, in California at age 81. She discovered the character in the series of the 1940s children's book. She discovered the character in the series of the 1940s children's books and thought singer Ringo Starr would make a great Mr. Conductor on television. Britt Allcroft, the English writer, producer and director, who steered the animated locomotive Thomas the Tank Engine to television 40 years ago, en route to launching a beloved, lucrative franchise has died. She was aged 81. Allcroft picked Ringo Starr to serve as the Mr. Conductor, the gentle show first narrator, and the Beatles drummer, would be followed by the likes of George Carlin, Alec Baldwin, Michael Brandon, and Pierce Brosnan. Thomas rolled into the U.S. on PBS in 1989 as a spin-off series called Shining Time Station, created by Britt Allcroft and American producers Rick Sigelco. Rick Sigelco. I can't misspell his last name, though. Anyway. In 1996, she created another spin-off, Mr. Conductor's Thomas Tales. Allcroft was behind... Allcroft also was behind Magic Adventure to Mumphy, an animated series about an elephant that was inspired by books written by Catherine Tozer. It bowed in 1994. Born on December 14, 1943 in Wessex, England, Hilary Mary Allcroft landed a job with the BBC when she was 19. She went to work for Southern Television and formed her own production company to launch TV and stage shows. She discovered a blue steam tank engine named Thomas in 1979 while was making a documentary on British steam trains, and it would take her 5 years to get her show with the character up and running. In 2002, British company Hit Entertainment bought her company, and Mattel in turn acquired Hit in 2012 as part of a $680 million deal. Allcroft later wrote, directed, and produced the 2000 film Thomas and the Magic Railroad, which it starred Alec Baldwin and Mara Wilson. Survivors also include her son and her grandchildren. Number 4. From what's on Disney Plus. Last year, Disney announced that it was bringing back Project Runway for a brand new season which will refresh one of the television's most successful reality competition series, making more dreams for aspiring fashion designers come true. When Project Runway debuted in 2004, the series broke new ground and helped revolutionize the reality competition genre. Since then, Project Runway has run 20 seasons and has aired in more than 125 countries. The long-standing series has had a profound effect on the fashion industry, launching the careers of the prolific designers, including Christian Siriano, Austin Scarlett, Leanne Marshall, Arina Shabaeva, Michael Costello, and Bishmi Cromartie, among many others. It has been revealed by People that Heidi Klum will also be returning as the host of the show, returning after 8 years, having previously hosted the first 16 seasons of the show. Heidi is a German and American model who appeared on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue in 1998 and was the first German model to become Victoria's Secret Angel. Over her years on her show, she was nominated for the 6 Emmy Awards and won in 2013 for being an outstanding host for a reality on reality competition program for her work on Project Runway. Project Runway is produced by Spyglass Media Group and Alfred Street Industries. Gary Barter serves as an executive producer. Gary Barter serves as an executive producer for Spyglass. Dan Cutforth, Jane Lipsitz, and Dan Vope and Nan Straight serve as executive producers for Alfred Street Industries. Originally, the show was aired on Bravo, but the new revived version will now be a freeform original series that will air weekly on the network, and it will be available to stream shortly after on Disney Plus and Hulu. The new season will consist of 10 episodes, however, no release dates has been announced yet, only that it will be coming in 2025. It also hasn't been confirmed whether the show will get a Disney Plus release internationally. With the show being revived for Disney, bringing back the original host will no doubt help not only reset the show, but also indicate a return to what made the show so popular in the first place. Number 5, from IGN. Is Andrew Garfield in Spider-Man 4? No. He's denied it before, and he's just denied it on the record again. But this time with an acknowledgement that no one believes a work that comes out of his mouth anymore. But this time with an acknowledgement that no one believes a work that comes out of his mouth anymore. The Amazing Spider-Man star told GQ magazine that he will not return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Spider-Man 4, which set to begin filming this summer with Tom Holland once again in a leading role. This despite Garfield appearing as Spider-Man in 2021's Spider-Man No Way Home alongside original on-screen Spidey Tobey Maguire and Holland. Ahead of the release of Spider-Man No Way Home, Garfield repeatedly lied in interviews about his return. In an interview from The Ellen DeGeneres Show after his appearance in No Way Home was confirmed, he says, "I lied to the internet for 2 years and it felt great. It was fun to keep it secret. You know, when you're planning a surprise for a birthday when you're planning for a surprise birthday party for someone and they're like, I hate surprises, tell me, is the party happening? It felt like I was part of organizing a surprise party for a bunch of people who I knew would appreciate it." Garfield referenced his dishonesty in a GQ interview. He said, "I'm gonna disappoint you," when asked if he's in Spider-Man 4, and he also said, "Yeah, I know, but I know no one's gonna trust anything I say from now on." Garfield said he's doing another big franchise if it was the right thing, though. He says with it, "If it felt in line with my soul and was gonna be fun, maybe I'm gonna have, like, 5 kids at some point, and I'm gonna need to start saving up for the school tuition or something." Spider-Man 4 comes out next year on July 24th, helmed by Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton. I was gonna say this. Spider-Man 4 comes out next year on July 24th, helmed by Shang-Chi director Destin Daniel Cretton. 2026 is set to be huge for the MCU, with Spider-Man 4 due out just 2 months after Avengers Doomsday. It's also a busy time for Tom Holland, who is set to star in Christopher Nolan's next movie, which is also releasing in July 2026. Number 6, from Variety. Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo are revealing which scenes from Wicked left them most heartbroken to see deleted from the John and Chu directed movie. Several of the scenes are featured in a recently released bonus content included in the streaming versions of the movie. On the red carpet at the Palm Springs International Film Awards Friday, I was going to say this, on the red carpet at the Palm Springs International Film Awards Friday night, Grande said, "I love them all. They all have a cozy spot in my heart. I love the train station scene with Bach and Alba, with Bach and Alphaba. That's one of my favorite lines. The first time I read the script, that line Bach says, 'Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought we were being honest.' Me and my acting coach Nancy Banks, we put so many hearts around because we were like, that's the best line in a whole movie. I think that scene has a lot of magnificent work in it, so I miss that." Then, Grande teased that there are plenty of deleted scenes that have not been released yet, she said. I'm talking to John. Erivo was also sad to see the Alphaba and Bach. Erivo was also sad to see the Alphaba and Bach train scene go. Erivo said, "I love that scene so much, so I was gutted when it was not there." And the scene in a forest at night. Before I go and put the lion down, I was like, why? That I missed. Another of Erivo's favorite scenes was the exchange at the train station when Glenda and Madame Horrible come stand up for Alphaba when her father, Governor Throp, puts her down. Erivo explained, "I loved that moment because it felt like people were holding her up. Those are the 3 scenes that I hate that they're gone. But they're there now, so you can see them." When Chu added that every deleted scene was difficult to leave on the cutting room floor, one scene was particularly thrown to lost. Chu said, "The promise was a hard one because Ari and Cynthia are doing such great work. But what I found is it takes a little bit of the tension away from the next scene." Chu explained, "If you know there's a promise and Alphaba is a woman of her word, then you know she's going to invite. But if you don't know where they are at, and if you don't know that Glenda has a sense fiero and her having a little thing, it makes her smarter and a little bit of a surprise. So it was very difficult, and at that point our movie is at 2 hours. Let's go to the Emerald City and get the wizard." Wicked is available to stream now on your Wicked is available to own on digital or rent on digital at any price to buy or rent. I don't know. All right, that's it for this episode. Be sure to follow my podcast for some updates on the newer episodes. I'm Caleb Law, and we'll see you in the next episode on Rainbow Hollywood. Bye.